Remember that time Disney made an EPCOT festival all about art?
Today we are talking about EPCOT's International Festival of the Arts.
Or as it's known affectionately among our staff members,
some people call it farts.
Farts.
I'm not some of those people, but some of those people work for AllEars.
That's right. That's right.
This is the first festival of each year at EPCOT, and it is all about the arts.
Ain't no festival like an EPCOT festival, because an EPCOT festival has art.
Boo!
It's all about the culinary arts, the performative arts, and the visual arts.
I absolutely love this festival. It is one of my favorites. I think I'm between Festival of the Arts and Flower and Garden.
I consider myself to be an artist. You know what I mean? I'm an artist. I sing. I can draw a little bit. You know what I mean? And I can cook too. So, you know, he's a triple artist.
Now, typically at every festival, whether it be Festival of the Holidays, Food and Wine Festival, Flower and Garden Festival, and even Festival of the Arts, they always have food booths.
For this festival, the food booths are called food studios.
How nice does that sound? The food studios.
And do you feel like it's artistic? Probably you do.
So I think it's classier.
The food at Festival of the Arts is not the best. If you're only going to an EPCOT festival for the food, you don't want to go to Festival of the Arts.
They usually do a very pretty, very cool mousse, and there is the lemonade that's famous.
I think one of the most noteworthy dishes that I always think about for Festival of the Arts is at Pop Arts, and it is a grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup. But the tomato soup comes in a really fun can, and I know I'm not building this up enough, but it's great. It's really yummy and simple, but sometimes simple's great.
But one thing I can guarantee you is they will be the most beautifully presented little dishes that you will have at any EPCOT festival, because that's where they put the focus. They put it on the aesthetic.
It's so artistic. It's designed to be Instagrammable.
I don't necessarily prefer for my food to be Instagrammable, and that's probably silly because I have an Instagram account just dedicated to the food I eat.
Yes, I prefer my food to be Instagrammable. My biggest pet peeve is like scrolling on Instagram or even worse, Facebook, and you see someone's picture of Denny's.
I mean, that's why we go to these festivals. We want to take cute pictures.
I don't care at all if my food is Instagrammable. I take so many pictures of food that I would love to have just a pile of food slopped onto a plate, handed to me.
Ooh, look at my cookie. I can paint with the icing on my big chocolate chip cookie. Who doesn't like that? I love my food to be Instagrammable, okay?
So unappealing aesthetically that I would be scolded for taking footage and photos of the food.
I love posting pictures saying, look at this, don't it look good? I ate it and you should come eat it too.
So no, for me personally, because taking pictures of food is such a big part of my life, I love a break when I can get some real ugly food that just tastes good.
There are going to be 2 new food studios this year. One is called Modern.
Modern?
Which has an E at the end, so I don't know if it's like modern.
Modern?
I don't know if it's fancy like that.
And the second one is Figment's Inspiration Station.
Figment's Inspiration Station does give me pause.
I'm scared to see how people react to this booth this year.
It scares me because last year, in 2022, when they announced that there's going to be a Figment popcorn bucket, the internet just went insane.
I love this. I love that they're doing a Figment booth. Figment is the mascot at Festival of the Arts, and I think that he's the perfect mascot for this festival since art takes imagination. And people love Figment, and I think it's really cool that they're putting that iconic Pop-Tart at this booth. I'm sure that this is going to be one where the food is probably a little more suited for kiddos. Things like rainbow cake and fruit pizza feel like kid things to me, but excited to try nonetheless.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I'm nervous.
The other thing that Festival of the Arts has is the wonderful walk of culinary cuisine.
It is basically this festival's version of their scavenger hunt, where you get your passport that you get stamped off. You have 7 different meals that you can choose from, and once you get stamps for 5, you qualify to get a free cookie.
cookie that they always do is like a little artist's palette. It's very pretty and it like has paint. It just looks cute. It is very Instagrammable.
It wasn't the best cookie I've ever had. Overall, that I feel like that's kind of how a lot of this food is at this festival. It's fun, it's pretty, it can kind of be interactive, but it's not great.
There's one hand on top of them and they're just holding their whole body weight up. Everyone can do that.
Did someone say performing arts? Let's get into it.
One of the absolute best parts of this entire festival, and like one of the reasons that it makes it one of my favorite festivals, is all of the different performing arts that they have. Like this is what makes the festival unique and exciting outside of just different fun food options.
The big main event is Disney on Broadway, which is the concert series at this festival where Broadway stars come and perform.
Y'all may not know this, but the majority of this cast has been in a play, a musical, sang at church, sang somewhere, recorded music.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I was the makeup supervisor for Wicked, the musical, on Broadway for 12 years of my life.
I very much enjoy Broadway musicals.
That is most of my Apple Music playlists.
We are all thespians. Is it thespians? We're all musical theater nerds.
And they actually flagged down Broadway performers who were in some Disney on Broadway shows.
There's gonna be several actors and actresses that I'm very excited to see. Two of them I've actually had the privilege to see on Broadway in these roles. Those two people are Ariel Jacobs and Adam Jacobs. They both were in Aladdin.
Last year, Ariel Jacobs, who was Nessa in Wicked, and she was also Jasmine in Aladdin on Broadway. She came down and did a concert. She's coming back again this year. Last year, Cara Massey came and did a concert. She was Glinda in Wicked on Broadway and also the lead in Newsies. And she's coming back again this year. And then for the first time, coming down is Mandy Gonzalez, who played Elphaba in Wicked, which means I painted her green for a whole year straight. 8 times a week, I was in her face painting her green.
Some of my favorites are the legendary Michael Scott, who plays the genie on Broadway. He is incredible. I have gotten an opportunity to meet him several times, and he has become a friend, and he is so sweet.
And Ashley Brown, the original Mary Poppins, she definitely always sings something from Mary Poppins, but oftentimes they sing songs from other Disney on Broadway shows like Aida, High School Musical, Frozen, like you never know.
Pro tip, if you want to see these concert series, especially if you want to see like a very, very popular star, go ahead and book a dining package. They have them available for restaurants around EPCOT, and you pay for your meal and then also for select reserved seating at these shows. It's a great way to make sure that you get the seat that you want.
They'll also have musical performances just throughout EPCOT in general, whether that's in the World Showcase or up in the front.
They do live painting on stage with music.
It's really amazing, and they do it fairly quickly. So a lot of people, you'll go and you'll start and you'll see these artists paint a lot of your favorite Disney characters in literally just a few minutes, which is insane. I could take the rest of my life and not paint a decent Mickey Mouse. So the fact that these people can do it in minutes is, I think it's really cool.
And then there's also typically Art Defying Gravity, which is an acrobatic show where these people are literally balancing on the thinnest pole you've ever seen in your life and doing shapes with their bodies that look much cooler than that.
These people are incredibly talented, and it's really a cool thing to see. Oh wait, no, I have to have a look on my face. I have to have a smile.
Visual art wise, there's the Chalk Walk, which is where a bunch of artists do chalk exhibits at Festival of the Arts.
But it's 3D chalk art.
You think Disney does a good job with forced perspective? I mean, these chalk artists, it's actually mind-boggling.
I think that they're incredibly fun though, and are definitely a little bit trippy.
I get confused when I look at it.
Even looking at pictures of them, it's super impressive. And just that people can do this with chalk.
And you literally can go and see the artist drawing with chalk and doing all the chalk art, but then you get to step inside of it and it looks like you're in the photo. They've drawn it in such a way that once you stand in the right spot, you look like you're a part of the photo.
I was just is this real? Because Mary Poppins, you were able to go into that chalk art. And so I was trying.
I don't know how anyone figures out this stuff. I couldn't draw a star the other day. You saw that episode. A bit lopsided.
I really was, because I wanted to go into Frozen. I wanted to meet Elsa. And so I stood on there, and I closed my eyes and I tried to jump into it. And they told me to move because the line was getting too long. So I had to leave.
So I really, really, really have a lot of respect for these artists. They're down in direct sunlight, on the ground, hands and knees, doing this chalk art for us to enjoy for however long we enjoy it before Mother Nature comes with her rain showers and washes it all away.
They also, this year, I'm very excited, they have more than 100 different artists that are going to be there throughout the festival.
Festival of the Arts feels a little bit more like a festival in your hometown because over 100 artists are there throughout the festival selling their art at little stations around EPCOT. So it's kind of like going to like your local festival in the park or something like that and being able to shop local artists.
And each artist definitely comes with their own flavor. See what I see? Culinary and now visual arts, they're the same thing.
Boo!
The artists are amazing at Festival of the Arts. I mean, they are artists that Disney has approved to use their intellectual property to create art. And they're incredible.
Festival of the Arts typically has Animation Academy, which is similar to the animation experience in Animal Kingdom, where a Disney artist takes you through how to draw an iconic Disney character.
It's a fun experience. You get to sit down, you get to learn something new, and because it's a free experience and you get to take your drawing home, it's like it's a free souvenir. So I just appreciate it all around. I think it's a lot of fun and you get to learn a little something and have a free souvenir.
You got lots of fun photo ops where you can actually step into works of art and take your picture, you know what I mean? Move over, Mona Lisa. Here comes RJ Lisa.
Quincy and I have made our way into quite a few beautiful recreations of famous paintings. Okay, you step in, they take your picture, and it looks like you're in the artwork. It's really cool.
Do I look like I have a secret?
My favorite visual art aspect of Festival of the Arts is the interactive mural, which is a paint-by-number mural. They've had it on some of the construction barriers in past years.
Where everyone is given a little, a specific color and a number, and then you go and you paint the number on the mural, and it creates this absolutely massive, beautiful mural.
All of these Disney guests from all different parts of the world come together and paint this beautiful paint-by-number mural.
When it's finished, it creates this whole big, beautiful mural that you've helped create in your day in Walt Disney World.
Thousands of people experiencing creating one piece of art together, which is very, cool.
What's cooler than that? Nothing. You can do poetry on the fly about how cool we are. And that's how you know you're cool.
And you already know Disney's gonna have a bunch of merch.
I really love the Festival of the Arts merchandise. It has a lot of color to it. There's a lot of, usually they do call outs to very artistic characters.
This festival has life-changing, historic, groundbreaking, traumatic popcorn buckets as well.
Lord have mercy. Popcorn gate. Figment popcorn bucket gate.
Oh, it's been a year since the Figment popcorn bucket. Well, I don't know if we're gonna get anything like that this year, but what I do know is I will remember those magical days and cherish them with my heart, because the entire world was talking about not only Walt Disney World, they were talking about EPCOT.
And Disney has already announced that he's coming back again this year. So if you didn't get a chance to grab him last year, you'll get a chance to grab him again this year.
It's a really cute bucket. It's cute. It's Figment. People love Figment. You know what I mean? Of course it's coming back. Of course. So please, somebody get one for me and send it to me, and the popcorn.
Also, part of the extras is they have a Spaceship Earth show.
For the 50th, Disney created these beacons of magic, which is basically the 4 park icons. They added lights to them, light show kind of situation at night. Since then, for each festival, they've come up with a different show at the end of the night for whatever festival is going on. So Food and Wine, it was Be Our Guest. For Flower and Garden, it was Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas.
And the Figment scavenger hunt. Yes, I mean, you have little figments around all over EPCOT, all over World Showcase.
It costs to buy the map for this, but you can also just kind of do it casually and just look for a Figment. But to get the prize, you have to buy the Figment map.
And sometimes it's a cup or a plate. They have really cool things that you can get. So I love doing that. And it's a great thing to do for your family, like your kids and everybody there. Like, do it. It's fun.
For me, the best part of the festival is a little bit of everything. I love the Broadway concert series. I think that the food is fantastic. I think it's definitely some of the prettiest food.
Disney on Broadway has my heart. That is easily my favorite part. Getting to sing with these people. Maybe the neighbors sitting next to me don't like when I do that, but I love it and I try to keep it quiet. And I love getting to see these people from Broadway just absolutely blow my mind every single time I see them sing. So that's definitely my favorite part.
It feels more interactive than the other ones, right? There's so much more that you can do to insert yourself into the theme and the art of this festival. You can paint by numbers, you can go search for Figment, you can buy incredible food that's artful and thoughtful. There's chalk art, like everything kind of brings you into the center of this festival. And it's a beautiful thing, you know, because art is all around us.
And if you've never been and you've only heard negative hype, you should give it a chance for the first time. Give it a try. It's a good time. I promise you, it's a great time. And they were talking about it like we were crazy, okay? It was because they thought we had lost our minds as Disney adults, that we were waiting 6 hours in line for a piece of plastic in the shape of a dragon. Guess what? In our bubble, we rule, and we know we are cool. So you better watch it, rest of the world, because guess what? You drool. See how cool I am? This is how cool we are as Disney adults. We're like, ha, 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 ha. Rhymes. We can do poetry on the fly about how cool we are. And that's how you know you're cool.
Now go watch our recap of the year 2022. See you there!